Speaking of point machines, you have the matchup here. Jason Tatum coming off a tremendous first round against the Magic, other than that one game he had to, well, other than 2 games, actually. So I guess it wasn't really a great round. It was 5 games. He was great in 3 of them. But anyway, he scored a lot of points, 35 points.
All right, he had a good opening series.
Yes.
Let's not overcomplicate that.
I think on ESPN they were doing their playoff MVP meter, and he was in the top 4 candidates off the early start to the postseason here. Jalen Brunson.
He's the front runner right now.
Well, this was just based on the first series, and it included Giannis. He's out, so there's guys in there that won't even be in the long-term running. Jalen Brunson, if he can pull the upset, might be in the long-term running. He hit that 3 with the Thompson kid flailing 15 feet away to leave him wide open for the biggest shot of the season for the Knicks and the Pistons. And, this is a series that I think as of game 1 in the Magic series, I started predicting a sweep over the Knicks. I've seen nothing that changes my mind. If the Magic were a warm-up act, according to Dan Ball, the Knicks are a willing victim, I guess is how I'll update them.
Yeah, they're like the rehearsal. You just watched your kids in High School Musical, so you went from you're at the rehearsal stage right now.
So, and this isn't just a local confidence, Fitzy. We have Stephen A. Smith, who also seems to be on the Boston bandwagon.
Because I see Boston at 5. Mm-hmm. These are the reigning defending NBA champions. This is one of the deepest teams in the league. Jason Tatum, this brother is special. Jaylen Brown is special. Pritchard is my 6th man of the year. They've annihilated the Knicks every time they played them this year. And I don't see how that's going to change, unfortunately. The New York Knicks, I see having very, very little chance. They're playing with house money because I don't know of anybody who knows basketball that legitimately sees the Knicks winning more than 1 game in this series.
Is that how you make $25 million a year and go national, Fitzy? You say things that are obvious with a certain voice, and then they pay you. Peyton Pritchard is my 6th man. He was everybody's 6th man. They gave out the award 2 weeks ago. I collected my bet on it. Like, what do you he said, Stephen A. says that like he just said something. He's literally
Is this now just dawning on you that the way Stephen A. Smith has made his way to such an internationally prominent role is just by stating the obvious, stating it with like a defiant, authoritarian, assertively aggressive tone, and then just doing it over and over again?
But this was an actual fact. This would be like he would say, I have the Celtics beating the Magic in 5. They already beat the Magic. Like, it just ended. What are you talking about, Stephen A. Smith? Like, yeah, that slapped me in the face. But in the rest of it, he's agreeing with, I think, most of us, Fitzy. We've been confident, bordering on overconfident based on the regular season, where the Celtics dominated a couple matchups. I know the last one went to overtime, but they still won. They swept a team that, if you remember the narrative, Fitzy, this team was built for the Celtics, right?
They're built for this is what they're using as an advertisement or like a hashtag, a mantra on their Instagram. Their socials are all about built for this. This Knicks team was built for this. What, getting swept? Cool.
See, that leaves the door well open for a retort from the Celtics social media account. Built for what? Getting swept? Built for what? Losing in 5? Like, that will come back around because I do enjoy
the gentleman's sweep, yes.
The NBA, where they tend, and even in basketball, they tend to have more fun on the team-based socials than they do in other sports. There seems to be a lot more interplay in the NBA, so my guess is the Celtics will, when this series comes to an end, they will note that. Good news on the injury report. One of the issues we've talked about for a while is injuries, and Drew Holiday, not on the injury report. So Drew Holiday, seems like they were overly cautious in that Magic series. He's now been completely removed, and he will be available to defend anyone in this series.
That's over 2 weeks resting up that hamstring, which, as we all know, can be rather fickle. And just when it's starting to feel right again, pooing, there go the wires and piano strings, and next thing you know, you're out another couple weeks. So glad they didn't rush him back. Glad they also finished the Magic off in 5. This series was going to start whether the Knicks went to 6 or 7 on Monday. So here it is, and I'll say my confidence in the Celtics' ability to – I'm not concerned about the sweep as much as I am just getting through it, and a gentleman's sweep would be fine, not going 6 or 7, not extending it or exhausting the Celtics given their age. I really think that Drew Holiday coming back in when you have somebody like Jalen Brunson who can go off for 40 any given night is huge. Huge.
You got
careful
Boston.
What you wish for. It's massive to get Holiday back.
And I sometimes try to do the Matt Patricia on these series, Fitzy, try to reverse engineer it, look at it from the other side, figure out. So I look at the Knicks and I say, okay, Brunson he averaged 32 points a game in the first series, just under. Okay, so maybe he averages 35. Maybe he just goes off. Maybe he's the best player on the court. Okay, good. And maybe my guy, Karl Anthony Towns, who I always kind of liked. He was after Miles Turner in my lust of bigs from other places that could come to Boston. He's a good player. Are they going to outscore the Celtics? Because the Celtics scored on them at will during the regular season. So let's just say you get 40 from Brunson and 33 from Cat. Okay. That's
What about OG?
Okay, maybe.
Anunoby could go for 20.
We think that's going to happen? So all the Celtics defenders are going to fall on their faces? Because, let's look back to the Magic series. I thought Porzingis had a terrible series defensively. He wasn't great offensively either.
Against Wagner, he was terrible.
And I don't expect that to happen. I expect him to be back. I think the Knicks are just the opposite of the Magic. They are not built to beat the Celtics. They're a lesser version. They're going to try to score a boatload of points, and they will not be able to keep pace with the Boston Celtics. The Celtics are going to score early and often and at will in this series.
They don't play good defense in New York. By the way, do you know what the difference is? So this year, in their 4 regular season games, the New York Knickerbockers averaged 109 points per game against the Celtics.
Woo!
That's a lot, given the Celtics' elite level of defense.
What the Celtics average?
Oh, just 125.
Oh, that seems like a fair amount. This also right now is why I went into the old app last night and did Celtics cover, Celtics over, Tatum 25 points, baby. Parlay, and got those for an easy victory tonight.
Parlay in the USA. Yeah, listen, it's fine. So is the Knicks defense, so it's okay. That's what they deserve. So, but just trying to think, how could the Knicks winning the series seems absurd to me, patently absurd. And it's funny because Knicks fans are weirdly confident that St. Brunson, he is their Bregman. St. Brunson is going to lead them to a stunning victory, unseating the Celtics and fulfilling Terp's prophecy of no team that won the championship making it past the second round the following postseason. And yet, if you listen to the radio or any New York sports media, I tuned in for quite a while this morning to our sister station down in New York, WFAN, on the Odyssey app, of course. You should have already downloaded it. Download it today to listen to anything that we can offer you here in Boston and beyond. They're like, no. Yeah, we're built for this. This is what they've always wanted. They're not ready. Losing 4-2 and it being sort of a series would be a massive moral victory. The New York media is already building up moral victory narratives, Andy. They know there's no way they should beat the Celtics so long as the Celtics stay healthy.
Yeah, and fans should be hopeful. Fans should be overly optimistic, right? You're in the playoffs. You advance to the next round. I'd be disappointed in fans if they were like, yeah, I hope we can just win one. Be cool if we don't get swept. I don't want an Eeyore mentality from a fan base. Get caught up in it. And they should believe Jalen Brunson is a elite player, a closer, a clutch guy. Why not believe that? Believe that for a game or two, right up until the defense of the Celtics and the scoring of the Celtics slap you in the face with reality, and you're down 2-0 and you've been outscored by a combined 35 points in 2 games, and then you start thinking about the offseason and getting better. But for right now, they should be overly optimistic.